If you've ever walked out of a negotiation wondering whether you gave up too much or missed an opportunity to create more value, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through how to use the Negotiation Matrix tool, a simple yet powerful way to bring structure and clarity to your deal-making process. This tool helps you incorporate your perceived leverage and the counterparty's position into your thinking, so you can better evaluate trade-offs, prioritize what matters most, and make smarter concessions. Whether you're handling contracts, partnerships, or sourcing deals, it can help you drive better outcomes and become a more effective deal leader, someone who adds real strategic value to their team by negotiating with purpose and confidence. Let's dive in. On the template itself, you'll see two tabs. Start with the How to Use tab. This includes a summary and step-by-step instructions on how the template works. You can use it for nearly any type of negotiation that involves multiple topics or clauses with a counterparty. Next, click over to the Negotiation Template tab. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll enter your name or company, the counterparty's name or company, and your perceived leverage, your position relative to theirs. If you believe you have more leverage, adjust the setting accordingly. If you're on equal footing or at a disadvantage, adjust it the other way. This affects the leverage-adjusted score at the top, giving you a high-level view of the overall deal quality. Think of leverage like this. If you're in a very strong position, you could almost say, take it or leave it. That's not always the best approach, but if it's true, you likely shouldn't have to give up much. When leverage is set to very high, and you're still conceding on many items, the tool will flag that you're likely leaving something on the table. It's a dynamic way to visualize the overall strength of your position across the deal. Now let's look at the main part of the table. You'll enter each topic or clause, your position on it, and how important that term is to you. Then, add your perception of the counterparty's position and how important you believe it is to them. For example, say you're negotiating a distribution deal and the counterparty sends back red lines to terms like pricing, exclusivity, or contract length. Take pricing. Maybe they countered with changes that slightly reduce your margins. It's not ideal, but you might be okay with it if you can tie it to other benefits. In that case, you'd mark it as needs discussion. If the topic is something you can't move on, mark it as non-negotiable. And if it's relatively unimportant to your business, mark it safe to give. Then repeat that same exercise for their side, based on what they've said, how they've redlined, and what you know about their position. Once you've filled in both perspectives, the tool will give you a recommendation. Should you give on this clause? Maybe, or not at all. That recommendation is based on how important the topic is to both parties. If it's very important to them and less important to you, it might be a good candidate for a concession, especially if it can be traded for something else you value more. Next, you'll decide, do you want to give or not give on this topic? The impact of your decision will depend on both parties' importance ratings. If it's high for them and you give it, that could unlock significant value elsewhere. On the other hand, if it's not important to them, giving it may not give you much negotiating power in return. This tool isn't meant to be exact. It's a guide to help you think critically, structure your deal terms, and stay consistent in how you approach negotiations. It also helps you document your thinking in detail so you can revisit and revise as negotiations evolve. You can add more rows by pressing the Add Topic Clause button and remove them with the Remove button. If you've entered something in a row and hit Remove, a confirmation pop-up will appear to help avoid accidental deletions. You can add up to about 100 clauses, though most negotiations won't require nearly that many. This template gives you flexibility while keeping the structure clean and manageable. Finally, once you've worked through the main matrix, there are additional templates as part of your toolkit that help you plan out the rest of your negotiation using structured Word documents. These support deeper planning and help you stay aligned across your internal team.